Good morning, guys. Also, you know what? I'm going to make a video about all the places that I need to go to. Alright, so, starting off with something that I really need to do, we're going to go onto the Werribee line. Now, one thing you should know about the Werribee line, and it's that there's this giant loop. So I'll show you guys. This is literally it. So there's a loop that goes through past Altona and then connects up back at Laverton. It branches off from Newport. It's pretty cool. But what you guys don't know is that this originally was a branch line. So it was built as a branch line to Altona Beach in the 1890s. It closed. There was also another branch line that actually went off further. It branched off, I believe, here. Yeah, it did. And it was to the former race course that was around here, which has since been demolished, but there were actually some remains of it right up until they removed the Corriott Creek Road level crossing in 2017. So, there you go. But, yeah, so this section, you're probably wondering how it became a loop. Well, because in 1985, they decided to connect the branch line up with the main line and closed the last two stations between the Altona branch line and Laverton. Those being, I believe, Paisley and some other station. Let me know in the comments which one it was. But this is the section that I really have to go to. It's the Altona Loop Line, which I'll be nicknaming it when I'm touring those level crossings. Or just the Altona Line, I think that's more fitting. But yeah, I need to tour level crossings like Pier Street and so forth. Because, well, it's actually really cool what it looks like, cutting through many streets and existing housing and stuff, because that's what the Vic Rails did. They didn't give a crap about, like, the housing estate and stuff. Yeah, Victorian Railways was a savage back in the day. So, yeah, this is what I plan on doing. I plan on filming at some of the pedestrian crossings as well, at, like, the Mount Street pedestrian crossing, the Seaves Street pedestrian crossing. Oh, no, wait, that's a gantry for overhead wiring. I didn't realize. See, I told you guys I was tired. This is the, what's it called? Mills Road level crossing. And one quick fact about this one, if I go back in time to, I think, 2019, you'll see something different about the wishbone barriers. That's because in the 80s, when they were giving all the level crossings barriers, they were originally black and white, not red and white. But unfortunately, I missed out on this feature, and since 2019, they've been red. And it annoys me greatly. But yeah, that's one quick fact about Millers Road. Seaholme, I find it a really nice station because I feel like it's on a slight curve and it's surrounded by trees, and also it has two different station buildings. One from when it originally opened and one from the 1970s, which was a time when or the 80s, I actually have no idea, but it was around the time when most stations were getting upgraded as premium stations, which is pretty cool. Then we have Altona Station, which looks more like a station that should have a crossing loop rather than a single platform. And then we have more pedestrian crossings. It's pretty cool. We've got this one, the Upton Street pedestrian crossing. I'll probably mention Ethan the Victorian Rail fan down below because he's actually been here before to the Upton Street pedestrian crossing, which is pretty cool. So once we leave Altona, this Greevy Parade level crossing, here is the West Altona crossing loop. Now, this is the section that's not original. It opened in 1985, one day before they extended it and decided to connect it up with the Werribee line at Laverton, which is pretty cool. So it would have ended at Westona for a day, so that's why I'm considering it still a branch line, because that's what it was for like one day on March 2nd, 1985. So yeah, trains probably would have been terminating at West Altona. But you're probably wondering why I'm calling it West Altona, because as you can see, it says Westona. Well, that's because a competition was held, or something like that. I don't really know. I don't exactly remember but what I do know was that the public decided to rename it to Westona, which is a combination of West Altona, or West and Altona. It's pretty cool. And then here we have the Maidstone Street level crossing, which for some reason I got confused with and thought this was the level crossing that was being removed. But no, there is a second level crossing on Maidstone Street, which is just up here, which is in fact being removed, which is why they're making it the Werribee line, this section of the Werribee line, level crossing free, but thankfully not the Altona loop line. So that's pretty cool. And now we're on the March 3rd extension, 1985. By the way, this is all single track, because that's what they had to do back in the day to cut costs. And then we joined back up with the Werribee line at Laverton, which I think was rebuilt at some point in the 90s, but I don't really remember. And to be honest, I don't really care either. But yeah, this is Laverton Station. It's pretty cool. It's pretty shady as well, so we won't go there. We won't go as far as West Altona, which, yeah. But yeah, that is the Altona loop line. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. There's Groovy Parade. I should probably tour that level crossing, since I mentioned nothing about it. Yeah. Also, I hope the screen record video saves. Yes. I shouldn't show you guys the Civic Parade level crossing. That's pretty cool. I also have to show you guys the frequency. That's only in the morning, so I'll just scroll up a little bit, because yeah, the frequency in the mornings are not great. But once I get to around 7 a.m., it's still not great. 8 a.m., 9 a.m., oh god, the frequency is terrible. Yeah.